Ch4, escape at sea. You stay in shock. The mayor's dead body, blood pooling from his neck as his severed head rolls away. His men stagger to their feet, crossbows raised. Running, definitely running. You grab Melania and tear off to the darkened streets of Port Promises after the elf. Tree clings to your shoulder, and you see the guards are hot on your heels. Stop. Murderers. The elf sprints down narrow alleyways at breakneck speed, armor glinting in the moonlight. Soon, elegant buildings turn to rough wooden tenements. You end up on a narrow road deep in the city slums. Suddenly, a group of guards runs around the corner ahead of you and aims their crossbows. Stop right there. It's your last chance. You can't get us if you can't see us. You grab two empty crates and lob them at the guards. The crates splinter in their faces, obscuring their view and making them stumble. Don't let them get away. Too late for that. The elf sends a flare of dark energy at the guards, blasting them off their feet. As you and your companions dash past him, he nods at you. You're thinking, hurry, we can hide inside here. You dash into an abandoned tenement building and run for the far wall, where you crouch in the shadows with your companions. Tree flutters his wings anxiously. As lovely as this embedded slum is, we need to think of a more permanent solution. Someone's coming. Several sets of footsteps approach the tenement, and a figure blocks out the light in the doorway. You flinch as he yells out. Gabe search in the streets, not just the buildings. So as the guards clatter away, this one takes a tentative step inside, raising his lengthened high. You hold your breath, certain he hears it under the hut. His light doesn't quite reach you, and he turns and heads back out the alleyway. You wait for the guard's shouts to fade before whirling on the elf. So, your help is greatly appreciated and all. Who are you? You may call me Tyrell, of House Starfairy. Oh, it's just great. A stuck-up elf noble who just saved your hides. That remains to be seen. And Esper, how? I thought... Hey, we're asking the questions there. What did the three house happen back there? Have you been following us? Tyrell glares at Mal before turning his attention to his blade, studying the edge for nicks. Might have been hunting, seeking out those who fallen under the influence of the Shadow Court. You know about the Shadow Court? He gives her a look like a wood of roses. Don't be daft. He opens her mouth to snap at him, but he doesn't give her the chance. My hunt brought me to Port Promises, where I've been tailing the city's mayor. He was deeply corrupted. Okay, but that doesn't explain why you're helping us. Whoever said anything about helping you? The corrupted top mayor was my target, and I dealt with him. You happen to be bystanders. How great. So I guess you're not helping us. You can just get up and leave, then. Say hi to the city guards as you pass by. By all means, if you'd rather fend for yourselves against the court, I'll leave you well alone. They'll be your heads for next time. But why are you so hostile? All I want to know is why you're helping us. Tyrell's hand clenches around the hilt of his blade, and he lets out a long, frustrated breath. When he speaks again, and his voice is still curt. I've seen the Shadow Court corrupt enough innocent people. And I'll stand idly by and allow them to do more harm than if I can stop it. That is all I will say. After a tense moment, Mal speaks up. So, this mayor who was trying to frame us as murderers is under orders from the Shadow Court. He looked human, mostly. Boundaries between our worlds are thinning, weakening. The court uses those shards to reach out to the greedy, to the cruel, to the weak-minded. It seduces them to the will. So, they have agents everywhere. Tyrell scowls as he resheathes his blade. Not for long. The real question is, why is Shadow after you? Who are you? And how did you come across Nesper? You recount your entire journey to him and watch as his expression grows increasingly serious, which you wouldn't have thought possible. Which brings us to where we are now, on a quest to recover the main shards and bring them to White Tower for purification. It will see my journeys linked. Then. Wherever the shards are, those under their influence should be close by. I'll accompany you on your hunt for the shards, but I won't let you slow me down. Oh, that's wonderful. We can use some assistance, as you probably noticed. Hang on, us slow you down. You're the one murdering your way across the realms. We just want the shards. Tyrell's hand rests menacingly on the hilt of his blade. Those too far consumed by the shadow's corruption have to die. They're already husked puppets of darkness. I'm doing them a kindness, not that I expect you to understand that. We need to be careful about who we trust. How do we know you're not working with the Shadow Court? Should I want to trust just to betray us when the moment's right? I'll not ever work for the Shadow Court, but if you truly won't take my word for it, why don't you ask your Nesper? You have a name, you know. But Dale speaks truly. He's free of the Shadow's corruption. It's your decision, Evan. It's your brother whose fate hangs in the balance. Fine. We're not in a position to refuse honest help. Terrell can join us. Mal let out a weary sigh, running a hand through his hair. Right, seems that one more member. But it'll be worth nothing if we don't get out of town real quick. We want murderers now. I can find a smuggler, no problem. But hot merchants such as ourselves. It's gonna take a whole lot of coin. Terrell shrugs, and with a jingling of metal, takes out a bulging pouch. Mal stares at it, entranced. He starts to reach for it, but Tyrell pulls it back. Yeah, like, that much coin. Actually, if you have another pouch like it, find a safe passage out of here, scoundrel. Our lives depend on it. Surely it's worth something even to you. We're stuck with you, aren't you? We're stuck with you, aren't we? For now. They spend the night hiding out in the abandoned building, lying low, scars comb the streets outside. And the next morning, when the coast is clear, Mal leads you to a rickety-looking ship on a secluded dock. An old sailor approaches. Gerard, you old salty god. It's been far too long. Oh, look, enough. You haven't been me much trouble, are you? Oh, never. Just a few friends of mine leave a safe passage under some maiden, so. Gerard's gaze starts suspiciously from Tyrell standing with his arms crossed, heartily, to near gaping around on the ship, to you. What exactly are you lot? Well, yours hard stuff. Let's get resistant man with a nice firm schooner. Jaws glabber darkens. I think you're swimming out the wrong stream. Mal, what in the hell are you trying to pull this time? Nothing, I swear. You just have to ignore Elrond. Glad to get an early start on his day drinking. Gerard continues to glare at you, and you smile back as winningly as you can. Fine, take your lot. But they cause any trouble, it's on you. Mal grimaces and hands over the heavy pouch of gold. Nothing more like it. To the Sherman Isles, mates. What? Why for some... What? Why for a flotilla? Not some... Gerard turns terrible with a scowl. Flotilla? The Arcpire City? Yeah, you're mine, young lady. Only a madman would have a flotilla on purpose. But that's where we need to go. We're going to flotilla. All you have to do is drop us off and be on your way. We give you more than enough gold for that. Now it's like now it's the captain of this ship. So this is mine. No use having gold if I'm dead. No use having gold if I'm too dead to use it. You don't understand. Getting to flotilla is a matter of life and death for us. Miles stops in front of you and Nia, an anxious grin plastered onto his face. Shimmering Isles will do just fine, Captain. I'll make our own way from there. But trust me on this, please. Fine. Get on board before I change my mind. Miles ushers your group on board the Sun Maiden as Gerard's crew preps to cast off. He pulls you all aside and lowers his voice. Here's the deal. No guys are going to take us to flotilla. Fortunately, the Shivering Isles are close by. We can take our own boat from there. I suggest being less open about our business from now on. Shadow Coast agents could be everywhere. Yeah, stop that schooner. Or just your average school of city guards. As Gerard's crew unfurls the sails and raises anchor, city guards rush toward the docks of the ship. You and your companions hunker out of sight. Wait, when you inside your ship, there are no fugitives in the city who may be looking to escape by sea. Sorry, lads, just made my crew on board. Clear skies to you. Gerard tips his hat, and the Sun Maiden lurches forward, when stopping into the open sails. As the docks of Port Promises retreat into the distance, Gerard walks past your hiding place and casts his eyes to a mile. You owe me extra for that. No, we do. The Sun Maiden sets course for the Shimmering Isles, gliding effortlessly across the turquoise sea. As night starts to fall, you and your companions head below deck. Captain Gerard said we can all share this stair. Captain Gerard said we can all share this stair room. I wonder what it looks like. You all squeeze into the cramped room. Barrels and baskets clutter the walkways between a few benches and one bunk bed. Enjoy, he heard stater room. He didn't say storage room, did he? Well, isn't this just cozy? Yeah, Aaron, yes, you two get the bunks. Tyrell and I will take the floor. Tyrell crosses his arms and glowers at Mal from inside the crate. What gives you the authority to make my decisions for me? You're saying you want to kick Nia, a priestess of light, off her bunk just so you can get a good night's sleep? Nia stops climbing halfway up the ladder to the top bunk, her face falling. Oh, I'll give you my bunk if you want, Tyrell. I was gonna take the top, but because the other associates never let me have it, but that wasn't what I was saying. Don't worry, Nia. The light will show a scoundrel like him the error of his ways soon enough. Tyrell pays Mal with a glare as sharp as his blade. I cannot decide whether is you want to Joe overboard or myself. Guys, calm down. I have the perfect solution. Fuck it. Tyrell can sleep with me. Excuse me. I'm not exactly big, but I just make it nice and cozy. Tyrell blushes and clears his throat loudly. I always so forward with strangers he just met. Want to look like you? Always. Kit, come on. Billy joins the team, and you're already flirting with him. Treat pokes his head out of the satchel and stretches his mouth wide in a deep yawn. If you don't mind, I give you a catnap. I much appreciate if you quit squabbling. I much appreciate if you quit your squabbling. He leaps to the top bunk, curls up, and falls right asleep. Treep has a point, you know. About sleeping? Yeah, I love it too. No, about squabbling. We need to work on your teamwork if we're going to travel together. To reach Mal and Tyrell, we have to try to get along. But he says, don't rain on my parade. I'm perfectly capable of getting along with anyone who is able to act civil. Well, he's useful if we run into pirates. At least, he's even pricklier than they are. Well, we run into pirates. Traveling merchants in Riverbend told horror stories about pirates attacking ships for loot and business. Flotilla is basically a bunch of pirate ships lashed together. A city floating on the ocean, or probably some pirates. A silence settles over you as you all think of the quest ahead. Nia sits beside Treep, swinging her legs over the side of the bunk. We're really on our way to Flotilla. Maybe even to another shard. Can you believe it? I believe in us. It might be a ragtag team, but we get the Shadow Duke and his evil hounds. I got the mayor and his guards. Okay, we saw a long shard right from beneath said Shadow Duke's nose. We met Reap, and we found ourselves safe passage over the sea. We all turned to Tyrell, whose lips twitched in amusement for just a second. You also recruited yourselves a formidable ally, skilled in weaponry and magic. Congratulations. Hey, we're talking about teamwork. He only complimented himself. Can you do that? My catnap. Okay. We got the message. You got your shut-eye, but for the rest of us, nice and young. Matt leads you all out onto the deck, but while he pulls near to the table where sellers play cards, Joe makes a beeline for the railing. You follow him, mirroring his posture as he folds his arms over the railing and gazes up at the sky. There's a complex look on his face, doubtful, even haunted. Mind if I join you? Joe shrugs, glancing at you from the corner of his eye before returning to his stargazing. Can't stop you. Well, technically, you probably could. I flash your sword, a little magic, some night trademark scowl. See Tyrell's lips twitch for the second time. He visibly struggles to stifle a smile. Fine, you got me. If I mind your company, I'll rush you to leave. So I suppose you're welcome to join me if you enjoy looking at the sky, and if my company seems adequate. Who is this mysterious elf, and what does he really want? It's a chance to get closer to him and learn the truth. He smiles. Oh, he's smiling. He's smiling. He smiles. Your company seems more than adequate. The sky's pretty nice too. Tyrell grunts, and the seconds tick by. So, I should leave him to me to break the ice. Ice breaking isn't one of my talents. Really? Never would have guessed. So, what are you thinking about? Tyrell shrugs, squeezing something in his hand. It looks like a signet ring, some kind. In the passage of time. Yes. Has delightfully vague. I'm surprised you think so. But I suppose you are young for an elf. Yeah, I haven't really experienced that whole long lifespan thing. It can be taxing. Waiting so long to see results from your efforts. Like your efforts to fight off the Shadow Court. I'm trying to give everyone more optimism when I speak for him, and do the opposite for Tyrell. Because I realize I kind of sound the same, speaking for both of them. I'm trying. I'm tired. His eyes narrow slightly, like he's looking at something far beyond even the horizon. Something like that. Other things too. There's plenty of I've left undone. You follow his gaze out toward the vast and endless ocean. It makes you feel tiny, like there's so much to the world you don't even know about. Tonight, I speak on the mount, leading a toast to the legendary Archer Lantris, said I'm here. Strange where time's passage takes us. I wish we were on the mount right now, leading the toast. To your surprise, Charles' nostrils flare, and he squeezes the ring tight in his fist. No, a waste of time. I have more important things to do. I can't hold back a quiet snicker. Tyrell looks at you in confusion. Sorry, it's just... Wow. You're awfully serious, aren't you? Tyrell's mouth twists at that. Still not quite a smile, but you get the sense he's amused. At least, he cleared his throat. I suppose I am rather serious. I wasn't always this way, but things change. Things do change, and they can change again. He laughs bitterly at that, but then something dark crosses his expression, and he lowers his eyes to the sea. Perhaps what's been done can't be done, no matter how hard we try. We don't have to give up, though. We can save my brother, and we can still stop the Shadow Court, and not the spread of the corruption. Oh, I intend to do just that. I won't rest until that cursed court has been defeated. He let out a quiet chuckle at his stomach expression. He raises his eyebrows at Weston, and you grin. I had no doubt you'll be able to do it. But once you do, maybe you deserve to give yourself a break, huh? A break? Certainly not. There's always more that has to be done. Suddenly his eyes widen, and he points toward a spot in the water. Look, fayfish. He peered over the railing. Just beneath the surface, a school of glittering fish dart around the ship's bow and stream along the side. What are those? And are they glowing? I just said they're fayfish. They give off their own light, and their scales look like jewels. And they're beautiful. Yeah, they really are. You realize how different Terra sounds, slightly breathless with awe, but distracted by the fayfish dancing alongside your ship. Gradually, they change direction and dart out to sea, leaving a glowing trail in their wake. Terra continues to stare after them in silence until you elbow him. Wow, so you're pretty into those fish, huh? Well, truth is, this is my first time on a boat. I'd only read about the fayfish before. Seriously? I realized that you were an experienced traveler, a lone elf, and yet another quest. His cheeks darken for a moment as he looks away. He crosses his arms, his armor clanking loudly and awkwardly as he does. I'm mostly new to this adventuring business too, if you must know. Though I assure you, I'm well trained and well prepared. Yeah, that was apparent enough when you cut the mayor's head off his body like you were slicing cake. Are you sure you're not a soldier or something? Secret assassin, maybe. I won't tell if you are. Tower shakes his head, then opens his hand, revealing this signet ring resting on his palm. Actually, I'm the Heir House Ch4. Oh, wow. So, you're Lord. Lordling? Dukelet? Sorry, I don't know anything about Elven society. Lord, and House Ch4 is one of the oldest, wealthiest, most powerful houses in the realm. In the ancient days, we battered trade all across the realm, patronized arts, universities, and commanded our own auxiliary forces. Sounds impressive. What about now? Now it's more complicated than that. Being a lord sounds like a burden. Being an heir to something with a legacy that big, that must have been a great deal of pressure especially when you were young. And everything was about promoting House Ch4. It had to be the best, the richest, most influential. They let out a long, heavy breath, quirking a smile at you, but it looked sad and fades away quickly. From what I could read, I was expected to know everything there was to know, not just about the Mount, but about all the realms. I drilled with fencing instructors and military strategists. I had tutors for everything, from etiquette and poetry to mathematics. And I could forget about friendship. I couldn't so much as nod at another elf without contemplating the political ramifications. So, you're saying you didn't really have a childhood? No, but there were the balls and council meetings to keep my interest. And now I've seen how little others have beyond the Mount. Kate and I didn't have much growing up. Still don't. But we were cared for and we're free to do what we liked most of the time. That sounds very liberating. So I'm just taking a wild guess here, but you must not miss on the Mount, huh? Tara exhales. He slips a signet ring back into his pocket. You're wrong. I was getting a groom to run House Ch4. All I could think about was how badly I want to escape. I want to see the realms and all the places in them. I had to memorize all maps, gaze at the stars all the time. And now that I'm out here, living this grand adventure, I can't take my thoughts from home, no matter what it is. Because no matter what, it is my home. Well, you need a hug. Excuse me. You place one arm around his shoulders and offer him a quick squeeze. There, that's all. My pain was rolling off of you in waves I just had to do something. And between you and me, I am glad you decided to bike drive on him out with us, even if it's just for a short time. Tyrell rubs at the back of his neck, trying not to smile. Oh my god, he's doing it. Oh my god, he's smiling. Oh my god, he's doing it. He's doing it. His face can do that. Oh my god, he can smile. I'm proud. I'm proud. I didn't have much of a choice, but thank you. We'll try to child court swiftly, then perhaps I can return home. You all stand there a while longer, watching the twinkling stars, ships and sea. Strangely, Tyrell speaks faintly. Wand. Yeah? For a second, you think he's gonna pretend he didn't say anything, but then he meets your eyes. Awkwardly, he clears his throat. Thank you. Anytime, Tyrell. Anytime. Hey kid, elf boy, what are you doing all the way over there? Fun's this way. I'm elf boy too. Okay, never mind. You lean back from the railing, giving Tyrell a nudge. Come on, let's go see what this fun is. Why do I anticipate it'll give me a headache? You and Tyrell join Mal and Ia at the card table, where you're quickly embroiled in the competition. The diamond crown trumps golden chalice every time. Why in the... Are you sure you're counting cards? Mal gathers his nearly one coin and adds it to the pile in front of him. Don't need to count, lads. I'm just gifted. The gifted lion, maybe. Now come on, join. At the end of the next round, Tyrell places a card on the table and then snows the sailor slaps one down over it with a whoop. How does your crystal guppy beat my double-edged sword? The blades cut fish. The blades rest in water, and besides, the crystal is diamond. This crystal is diamond. Diamond, eh? Perfect for my pirate chest. You slap down your card, and everybody growls as you draw the pile of coin closer. Can't I spent more than a few evenings in the taverns, gambling with the locals, hiding my way around a card game. What's I'm talking about? One more round. But I ran when I have run out of coin. You can always put your honor. Honor is not a strife to be bet with. I know better than that. I know better than most. I agree. I'll sit this one out. I'll play on, and I'll bet my sword. You all gape at Tyrell, and then Hardy grins. Wrong with me. I got a pretty bite with that. The round ends with the largest pot so far. Once everyone has played their cards, Tyrell slaps down a depiction of a stormy sky rent by lightning. Heaven's fury. I believe that makes me the victor. Elf boy, were you playing us the whole time? I was playing the game, and I happen to be a quick learner. With a smirk, Tyrell gathers up his coin, then divvies it up and returns Nia with her original amount. Thank you, Tyrell. You played wonderfully. As the night wears on, Mal starts telling the tale of escape from the temple where, before that idiot Edgefox knew what was happening, he escaped with loot and plenty more besides. Nonsense, you're talking nonsense again. Sorry, nonsense. You're talking nonsense again. There's no way you went up against the Duke of the whatever word you called it and survived. I bet there was never a Duke, never a temple, never any loot, even. So I just made up stories. Face it, I can pull off just about anything. Isn't that right, Elrond? That's kind of a stretch. I just gets lucky, so those tugs were 2 seconds and slit his throat when we showed up. Hey, but that's not how I remember. I think he probably triggered the spike trap by accident. Most likely we were there to try to outdrop and save him. Figure stories are all too good to be true. I swindle kings and find lost cities. Those are things I get. You do buying your own drinks from now on. Suddenly, a wind whips up over the deck, and clouds swirl overhead, blocking out the night sky. The ship bucks and rocks beneath you. The sea turns choppy. Gods, what's happening? Brace yourselves. It looks like one of those infamous Cartesian sea squalls. I was supposed to be on watch. Why didn't anyone sound storm warning? Why didn't anyone sound a storm warning? A bolt of lightning cuts across the sky, followed by the deafening clap of thunder, and then the sky opens up, dousing the deck with icy rain. A massive wave crashes into the ship, spewing water over the deck. Mal lunges forward to catch your arm as the ship lurches violently. You good? For now, but now the ship sinks. The crew sloshes around, shouting and securing cargo. The mast groans ominously as the sails whip every which way, getting tangled in the rigging. Captain, we gotta get the sails down for the wind stress them. What are you doing running around like a bunch of little lead birds? One more time. Don't worry you're doing running around like a bunch of little living landlubbers. Somebody, get up there and pull down my damn sails. I'd be a human. Only humans can do. You swim back to your storage room, your near stomach churning as the ship tosses through massive waves. I don't feel so good. Hey, Rod, what should we do? Trying to hurl our dinner, get tossed around like rat dolls. Maybe we should tie ourselves to the ship. Am I gonna get wet? Because let me tell you, I hate getting wet. You put yourself into your bunk and embrace against the wooden cubby. Are we gonna be okay? You eye the Asian schooner as the port window flashes with a streak of lightning nearby. We should be, but if ever there was time to prepare your light, this might be it. By the next morning, the storm has abated, leaving the water sparkling and serene. You make your way on deck, where your companions are having a tense conversation with the captain. I had no choice, lad. The eyes headed straight for the house. What's going on? The storm blew us off course. Gerard wants us to just sit here, bobbing in the middle of the ocean and doing nothing. If we had told shimmering hours now, then we sail right back into the storm's path. We have to wait till we have to wait out until the path is over. Well, you said it might take a few days. That's so long. You're right. Now we'll be much. Great. Now we'll be that much further behind the court. Charles talks away, and Neil lets out a sigh and follows him a moment later. You look over the water at the nearby chain of tiny islands, jutting from the sparkling sea. Bright sandy beaches dazzling in the sunlight as palm trees sway gently further inland. At least the scenery's nice. They got that one from Brandon Cove. All sea dog legends say beautiful mermaids swim these waters, looking for victims luring. Mermaids? For real? I always wanted to see one. You're welcome to take off yourself, take one of our dinghies. Wherever you get eaten by monsters. You get eaten by sea monsters. I'm running the cost, rowboat to yours you bail. This Brandon Cove sounds like my kind of place. A little bit of beauty, a little bit of danger. He looks at you, nudges your side with his elbow. And above all, for Dr. Company. Not assuming you join me around. I'm feeling pretty good about that consumption. What do you say? Beautiful cove, something wide, chance to see a mermaid. It's a chance to have a tropical adventure with Mal, fight a sea monster, meet a mermaid, get your hands on a powerful artifact. This book just tells you what's gonna happen in the premium scenes, which is good, but stop spoiling it. And hurry up. Don't get me wrong, I'm in this for the mermaids, but someone's gotta rescue you from the sea monsters too. And now, if we did come across any sea monsters, you'd be more than grateful for my help. You now climb into the dinghy, and the crew lowers you down. Mal easily maneuvers the oars to the sparkling water, bringing you closer to the island. Hard to believe it was stolen just a few hours ago. It's amazing how much life can change in one instant. Tell me about it. What made me mind my own business, getting forced to open a chest at knife point. And next thing I know, it's crazy out crashes into my life. Oh, so I save you, and I'm the crazy one. I save you, and I'm the crazy one. At least admit that being me was life-changing in a good way. Well, let's see. Since I met you, I was accused of murder, haunted by legendary denizens of the Shadow Realm, or the Realm of Shadow, forced to escape one of the biggest cities in the kingdom, aboard grumpy old garbage schooner. And I'm sailing into the famous pirate city of Tortilla. I'm most certainly gonna have my head bound on a pike. When you put it that way, I don't know, it's been one of the better weeks of my life. You know, with laugh, the oars glide through the calm sea. Seriously, kid, I'm sorry we had to meet you the way we did, but you're alright. And your compliments continue to be lackluster, but work on that. As you approach the cove, you trail your fingers through the clear water with a contented sigh, and feel something lash around your waist. Something's got me. Right. I'm definitely falling for that. Let me guess. It's a mermaid? No, it's the grip around your wrist tightens, and you try to pull away. A massive tentacled creature bursts out of the water. Not a mermaid. Definitely not a mermaid. Hang on, I got you. He cuts you the monster's arm, frees you, but 5 other arms grab hold of Mal and start pulling him overboard. Everyone, do something. How do I battle 5 arms at once? Let him go. Grab Mal's fallen dagger and stab it into the blood squid's bulbous eye. Let go of Mal as it rides into the water. The two of you cling to the sides of the dinghy as the waves crash around you. We're gonna go overboard. Suddenly you hear a shout. It sounds not quite human. It reads in a strange melody. Bk1, foul creature of the deep, return to where you lay to sleep. The mermaid swims around the blood squid, singing her strange song, and the monster stills, like bubbles on the common waters. The blood squid is stunned. Quick, brighten it up before it regains its senses. I'm on it. You knock an arrow and let it fly. It sticks in the blood squid's bulbous head, and it plunges beneath the water with a shriek. Her hair is just perfectly covering her tight eyes. Thank you, strangers. The beast was young, and we too frightened to return now. Mermaid turns towards you, hair the color of seaweed, glint in the sunlight, faint luminescent scales sparkling all over her body. You remembered. The legends are true. Kate would get such a kick out of this. The mermaid smiles softly and beckons you closer. You lean over the side of the dinghy toward her. You're not luring me to my watery grave, are you? You're not luring me to my watery grave or anything, are you? No. I'm rewarding you for valiantly defending my cove and that foul beast. She knocks her head to the side, lips pursed, expectant. Oh man, this is great. Get, I think she wants a kiss. Oh, well, in that case. Well, because the mermaid wins. You got the mermaid's cheek and lean forward. An electric charge runs through you as her soft lips meet yours, tingling every inch of your body, and she lets out a delicate purr. Lips are cool. She tastes like sunlight and sea water, strangely intoxicating. When she pulls away from you, she bats her eyes seductively. Are you done already? The mermaid giggles and gives you one more quick kiss, then she slips back into the water, her tail waving a floaty farewell before she disappears out to sea. Wow. Wow. With the sound of your dreamy sigh, your faint clapping, terrified Mal watching you with an amused grin. They said they could love to get a mermaid's kiss. I'm not sure they meant it quite like that. Don't you get jealous now? Mal rows you up to the shallow beach, the water lapping gently at the shore. You look at the golden sand, the trees covering the sheer cliffs before you. It's beautiful. I never seen anything like it before. Well, sorry, you get to the shore then. He yanks off his boots, then rolls up the cuffs of his trousers before jumping out into the knee-high water. You hop out as well and drive the boat onto the shore. And help drive the boat onto the shore. Thought I set it out. It should be good to stay on the beach for a while before to take a break. I said we deserve a little relaxation to find off a buzzsquid. Miles stretches, then wades back into the water and stands facing the ocean as waves lapping at his shins. You wade out into the water behind him, crouch down low, then sweep a wave at him. Scream. He stares at you, blinking as free water drips down his face. Oh, now you've gone and done it. With a mechanical laugh, he sweeps both arms at you, sending a huge wave right into your face. Hey. Now we're even. Choose before you both end up soaked. Choose. We both stare at each other, then simultaneously splash each other again. Cheater. You cheated first. Laughing, you both charge back into the dry sand and sink down into it, facing the sea. That's how you kid. There's just a change of scenery, I need it. What? Getting attacked by a giant tentacle sea monster. A little danger be scrubbing the decks on a dry ship one day. I used to dream about this life, you know? Freedom, adventuring. When I was growing up in the slums of White Tower, that dreaming is what got me through the days. Hell, the years even. He curls his fingers in the sand, reliving those book memories. You hesitate for a moment, but then decide to act anyway. Now, I want to know more about your dreams. Your dreams then, your dreams now. Things have all turned out the way you hoped. Mal laughs, though it sounds better. Things never all turned out the way you hope. It's pressing out at first. White Tower was a place of high highs and low lows. I started pretty much at the bottom of the I started pretty much at the bottom of the refuge heap. He picks up another handful of sand and tosses it moodily at his feet. Every day I see nobles rolling by in their fancy gold leaf carriages, the ambulance waking up me in the sunlight. I never believed in fairy tales. My mother used to love to tell them, but I decided I was going to have what those nobles had one day. And I knew I was going to... It's not my day. Jesus Christ. I knew it was going to take a whole lot of hard work, ruthlessness, and cunning to make my way in the world. That sounds like a harsh way to live, especially from a young age. He digs his fingers into the sand again and makes a fist. Life in White Tower was harsh, but I figured a respectable noble doesn't have a morgue full of skeletons in a closet. He relaxes, letting the sand slip through his fingers. Fortunately, I found out quickly I had a gift for acquiring things. She'll be joining the Assassin's Guild and stacking skeletons up. Are Assassin's Guilds even a real thing? Sure, if you know where to look. Don't look, though. That won't well. Not taken. But I doubt a life of acquiring things has been all that easy either. I prefer to doubt. Treasure hunter, thank you very much. And no, it hasn't all been easy. But I always dreamed of being able to see the world, buy the finest things, and meet the most interesting people. And here I am, hunting treasure while seeing the world, meeting the most interesting people. He nudges your leg with his. So we're gonna buying the finest things, Bart. But maybe we'll find something special in Flotilla. How'd you do it? As the sun begins to set, you know something shiny wash up beside your thingy. Instantly, you hear the memories echo melody. Wow, I think she lost us something. You kneel down and pick up. Huh? I think I'm hearing something. Raise the shout to your ear and hear a faint voice calling to you in a language you can't understand. What in the world? Mo, any idea what the shell is? Nope, but I bet we can find someone who's willing to pay for it. You roll your eyes, give him a good-natured shove. You keep a firm grip on the shell, she puts the thingy back into the water, and Mal catches your eye. Hey kid, thanks for coming out here with me. This was fun. His grin is easy and carefree. Learn out and turn a smile of your own. It's just the adventure I needed. 2 long days pass. And finally, Sun Maiden resumes his journey to the Shimmer Isles. Should be more than a few days now. Right? You know what you're getting into. Nia sits on the deck with Reap in her lap, staring at the sea as it was past. Do we know what we're doing? I don't know much about orcs. Nia scratches Reap behind his ears. I read a book about orcish war strategy. Everyone speaks of them as menacing raiders, but they actually follow a strict harm code. Granted, they usually warred with other orc clans, but now that venture Talconians united them, they seem to be attacking elsewhere. Else would be in places where the shadows have been, if the library was any indication. Sounds like we should receive a warm welcome. Suddenly, horns blow out over the ship, sounding an alarm. Gerard roars orders to his crew. All hands on deck. Challenge your scabs. You and Nia run to the railing, smell on Tyrell, scramble up from below deck. What's happening? Under a storm? No, out there on the horizon. She swallows, pointing out into the distance. You follow her gaze to a massive ship looming out the sea, gaining into Sun Maiden with impossible speed. Your flag. They're flying the Kraken. Pirates. Prepare for boarding. Boarding? They're coming to our ship? She the below deck priestess. Take trip with you. It's going terribly. Pirate ship casts through the waves, shrieking at you like a missile. See orcs scrambling on the deck, preparing harpoons and drawing blades. But it's one in particular that catches your eye, the wildest and most dangerous looking of them all. Hi, honey, hi girl, hey. Who is that? Before you can finish the thought, the pirate vessel pulls you up alongside your schooner and launches a flurry of harpoons. Your heart bellows from the helm. Fire like your lives burn on it, you dogs, and don't give up my ship. The harpoon line full taut and oars propel over. One lands before you, brandishing 2 swords. You don't look like a big deal. I'll make this quick. She slashes at you with a guttural war cry, and you barely duck out of the way in time. You quickly have a length of rope that lasts around your legs. She falls with a heavy thud. Before she can free herself, you kick her swords out of her hands and bind her wrist. She wriggles helplessly on the deck. Let me go. You can't be getting out of that anytime soon. Pirates and Gerard's crew clog the deck, their shouts filling your ears, and the air is already thick with the smell of blood. Suddenly you hear a scream. Everyone, help! Hogan Orc hesitantly appeared against the cabin. Treep hisses from her shoulder, swiping at the air. Stay back. These claws can take out an eye. Looks like I found myself a damsel in distress and a little pet cat. In the span of a heartbeat, you notched an arrow and let it fly. It buries itself into the orc's arm. How? Why don't you pick up on your own size? The orc turns around, yanking the arrow out of his arm. His eyes catching you, and he bares his teeth. I don't see anyone my size, but you ought to do. He laments toward you, shaking the entire deck. You take a step back, but bump into a pile of barrels behind you. You're making this too easy. You wait until the orc is a few paces away, and then step to the side. He crashes into the barrels, getting buried as they topple over him. Ah, get me out of here. You have a lot of brawn, but you don't have much brain, do you? Sailors, stand down. Charles' voice booms over the fire, and everyone looks over to see him in the middle of the deck. An ominous silhouette looms behind him, holding an axe to his throat. Good God, Captain. Especially since I got those trained on this little thingy you call ship. Yeah. She points toward her ship, where a line of enormous wooden catapults are pointed right at the Sun Maiden, Mount elbows Tyrell. So, oh boy, you got any magic that can stop a catapult? Most definitely not. Mal tosses down his blade. We surrender. As the pirate's leader grins, her crew makes its way to the ship, landing with the Sun Maiden's modest crew and dragging you to the center of the deck. Let go of me. I can walk fine on my own. You don't mean any harm, I swear. Wash my wings, you brutes. You regret this. I have some very powerful friends in the Royal Navy. Royal Navy? If you think they're a threat, you must not know who I am. The name's Antora. Oh man, your cargo's not mine. As for the rest of you, don't make any fun moves, and I might spare you. Antora spins around at a deafening bellow from the horns. What's your group playing now, old man? Captain, something else is on board. Something heavy hits the side of the Sun Maiden with a thunk. A giant webbed hand appears on the railing, followed by another, and together they hoist up gobsters. Was it? Grobsters. Curse the seas. Now of all times. Everyone, grab a weapon. Now. Pirates versus sailors versus grobsters. Who will win? And now you ever get the flotilla. Ah.